Review and TA final tips. You have made it to your final video on citations. We will review what you should have learned and some TA tips for citation success. So, what did we cover? We covered why tabbing your Blue Book is so important, explaining the general sections of the Blue Book and where they are located. TA tip number 1. Tab your Blue Book and add tabs as needed. It will save you time. We learned about your Blue Book and citations. We learned about the quick reference, the cover pages, the blue pages, the white pages, and the table pages. TA tip number 2. You will use the blue pages this year, but keep those white pages handy for your 2L and your 3L years. We covered what is a legal citation, the use of citations, placement, format of a citation, and the elements of a citation. TA tip number 3. You can use the citation creator in Westlaw or Lexis. Just look it over for accuracy before you're finished. We looked at pin cites. What is a pin cite? Why pin cite? How to pin cite? Full cite in the context of a pin cite, short cite, and unreported cases. TA tip number 4. Don't forget the asterisk in unreported cases. We learned about short citations. What is short form? When you can use short form. How and when to use id. What is alternate short form? And how and when to use alternate short form. TA tip number 5. Make sure you don't forget a short form step. Usually you cannot skip right to id. We learned about string citation and spacing rules. What is a string citation? We learned about when to use string citations, how to string cite, the order of a string citation, and the practice of creating a string citation to perfect the skill. TA tip number 6. Put the exact right spacing between elements of a citation. You can lose points for incorrect spacing. Word has a function to document your spaces, but ask your TA to help you with this if you have not used this feature in the past. We then learned about statutes. What is a statute? Why the organization of a statutory code? Location of statutes in the Blue Book. General rules for statute citation. Federal statute citation. We practiced citing a federal statute, short form for a federal statute, and state statutes. TA tip number 7. Check the date on your statute citation. Remember, they are updated. We learned about signals. We learned what they are, the different types of signals, and when to use them. TA tip number 8. You won't use signals this year, but you will for law review and in your 2L and 3L years. We learned about quotations and sentence length, why it's important to properly quote cited materials, give proper credit to the author or text, and we looked at Rule 5 from the Blue Book on how to properly quote cited materials. The themes included block quotes, quotes of 49 words or less, quotes within quotes, punctuations, when a letter must be changed from upper to lower case, and finally empty brackets. TA tip number 9. You will use quotes this year. You can lose points for incorrect quotes. And also, pay close attention to sentence length. 25 or less words per sentence increases readability. Next, we learned about footnotes in law journal and academic writings. What are footnotes? Why use them? We learned about when they are used. where to look in the Blue Book for them, and the key differences between footnotes and in-text citations. TA tip number 10. You won't use footnotes this year, but you will for law review and in your 2L and 3L years. And finally, we learned about electronic sources. We learned what they are, when to use them, and the key differences between online and electronic sources. Which brings us to our final TA tip, number 11. You won't use electronic sources this year, but again, you will for law review and definitely in your 2L and 3L years here in law school. And now you have finished citations. Congratulations and good luck.